Okay, let's begin. So could you tell me your full name, please?
Ivanka, and the second is Kulikovska.
And are you working or are you a student?
I'm thinking I'm a student. I'm trying to learn Korean.
And do you like your studies?
Yes, for sure. I have a very funny tutor. She is very passionate in this language, yes. And almost she know Korean, Russian, and Chinese languages. Yeah, I'm very happy about that.
Very nice. And what do you do in your free time?
In my free time, I'm thinking I'm artist. Yeah, I'm doing some arts, like portraits, nature.
Okay, good. Now let's talk about feeling bored. So do you often feel bored?
Not too much, I think. Sometimes, yes, just feeling bored and maybe missing for my friends, just like that, not bored.
Yes. And what do you do when you feel bored?
Oh, when I'm feeling bored, I'm thinking I'm trying to handle with arts because I'm trying to be better in this. Almostly, I like portraying people. Yeah, it's some kind of like I see the pretty people, yeah, and trying to remember how they look, yeah, and I'm trying to portray them, just like that.
Great. And do you think childhood is boring or adulthood is boring?
No, both are not boring. Childhood is very good time. It's a time when you live in with your grandma and you have so much friends and just like that. And when you get grown, it's like it's not like childhood, but it's pretty fun.
Okay, great. So now let's talk about the evening time. So what do you usually do in the evening?
Oh, in the evening, almost I like painting or meeting with my friends, or both. Just like talking and painting, and yes, just like that.
And are there any differences between what you do in the evening now and what you did in the past?
In the past, when I was young, it was very scheduled, yeah, because my mom was so strict. Yes, just like that. And now I can do wherever I want. Yeah, I think childhood is like not too much good as when you get grown. Yeah.
Okay, yes, yes. And do you spend your evenings doing the same things on both weekends and weekdays?
Just now, yes, because it's some kind of like student time for me. And I think when I get some job, employment, I think it will be not the same as now.
Okay, great.
It's too much free time for me.
Oh, I see. Right. And if we turn to the morning time now, could you tell me about your morning routine?
Morning routine. Oh, here in Korea, it's like some kind of beauty morning routine. And when I was living in my country, it was a morning routine with my dog because every owner of a dog understands me. You have very early morning, every morning.
Okay, great, great. Very nice. So that'll do us for part 1 of the test. Now let's move on to part 2. All right. So yeah, I'll give you this question, neighbor, or let's have a look here. Yeah, maybe this one will be good. Cool. I'll give you this question now.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll give you that pencil. All right.
Okay.
All right, Ivanka, that's 1 minute now.
Yes.
Yes, goes very fast, right?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you the question and you have 2 minutes to answer the question. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So could you describe something you do to keep fit and healthy?
Oh, I'm always on the diet and I'm running, in the mornings. This case, sometimes I'm going to the gym, but it's not scheduled. It's like when I'm passionate, I'm going to the gym and take personal training. But I don't think so. It's so healthy because it can be scheduled. Sometimes you do that, sometimes you don't do that, and it's like some kind of I want to do that or no. And running is passionate for me. I have how to say some stuff for that, and do that every morning. Even I feel bored, I will do that. Yes. And second part is diet, because when you do sports but eating wherever you want, it's impossible to get a good fit.
Okay, perfect. So that's about 1 minute of speaking now. All right, nice. And do you usually like running outside or indoors?
Running outside, I think, because you see the people. Oh, if I run in with my dog, it's like, oh my God, I'm very happy in that time, yes.
Okay, great. So now we'll move on to part 3 of the test.
Okay.
All right, so we'll keep going. Okay, so do you think schools should provide physical education classes to students?
Yes, but interesting in physical education classes. When I was studying in Ukraine, it was some kind of like, okay, take a seat, okay, move your hands. It was not so interesting for children, you know. I think it may be some kind of like football, something like that. I think so.
Yes. And do you think these days children get enough exercise?
I don't know. I don't have one. Yeah.
Okay, all right. What about technology? How can people use technology to stay fit?
Technology. I think if we're talking about gym, it's cool because it's so much, so many. I don't know how to say. How to say that? But they have so much. How to say that? Running.
Treadmills?
Yeah, treadmills for people, and they can provide you. They can do that type of fit wherever you want. Just like I want to be fit in that part or in that part, just like that. Yes, and if we're talking about. I don't think so. It's the same topic, but plastic surgery, I don't agree with that.
Okay, all right, cool. What do you think about using popular celebrities to build awareness for health?
It's cool, but it's some kind of pressure for people because not all of the people can have the same fit, you know, as in the picture. Sometimes in the picture, it's like it's some kind of like portraying. I can paint the same, but people can't looking like that, you know. You can have the very like it's impossible to have these forms. Yeah.
Yes. And
Why do you think celebrities could help people reach their exercise goals?
Mostly, I don't think so. I am think it's kind of pressure and pressure for mostly for women, you know, because it's like when I see some photos, even me, I'm sometimes thinking like, oh my God, I'm not so beautiful as her. Yes, because she's so fit, she's so beautiful, and her skin and something like that. It's impossible to have the same in real life. But I think it's like they motivated us to have higher standards. Yeah, it's good for us.
Yeah, okay. And yeah, how can parents help and guide their children to stay healthy?
Maybe by themselves, how they acting. I think when parents smoking or doing something like that, or don't doing any sports, it's bad because children are almost looking for us and doing the same, just doing the same. And I think when I will have kids, I will do sports. I will not smoking because they will thinking just like our mom is just like that. We may do the same.
Yes, yes. And in your country, what do older people do to stay healthy?
They have gardening. Yes.
Gardening?
Yeah, gardening. They don't do any sports. It's not so popular in Ukraine, but my grandma have a village and her house in the village, and she always do gardening. Yes, it's some kind of gym. Believe me, it's some kind of gym. It's very hard. I was trying in it. It's even harder in the gym.
Okay, right. Okay, perfect. That'll do us for part 3. Okay. All done. Thank you. So yeah, let's talk about the feedback part.
Okay.
So I would probably estimate your score to be at least 5.5 in the IELTS test, right? In terms of grammar, if we talk about that, I think you have a little bit of habit of using the continuous tense when you should use present simple tense. Yeah, it's all good, but sometimes you were saying like, I'm thinking I'm a student. So I think I'm a student instead of the ing form. Or for example, sometimes I'm going to the gym. It should be sometimes I go to the gym when you talk about your regular habits. Yeah. A little bit about prepositions. When you talked about your teacher, you said she was passionate in this language. So the preposition with passionate is about. Passionate about something. So she's passionate about teaching. You're passionate about whatever. If we talk a little bit about pronunciation, I would say like the V sound, you know?
We?
Yeah, should be like very.
Very.
Yeah, village.
Village.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of V and W kind of mixing. So yeah, it's a little bit about that. And another one would be the TH part, you know, the think and that. So pronunciation was pretty clear, but I would say the V and the TH part.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, those ones they could probably work on a little bit. Little bit about countable and uncountable. Like a few times I heard you say like so much, for example, so much friends. It should be so many, so many friends. No, don't be sorry. But yeah, a little bit about that. If we talk about the test, so part 2, it's advisable to try to keep speaking. So the maximum time is 2 minutes. So I would say in the real IELTS test, I would try and like answer each of these questions. Try for a full 2 minutes. And yeah, in part 3 of the IELTS test, it's usually talking about general trends. So I wouldn't talk about like your personal experience. If the examiner asks you about like how can parents or what do people normally do, I would keep it like people in general usually. Yeah. But yeah, it was a good test overall. So thank you for taking it.
Thank you so much.
Perfect.